ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ.
Good afternoon, beta. Is it everything fine with the audio as well as screen? Good afternoon, beta. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm good, beta. How are you all? Yeah, beta. So both audio as well as screen, both are fine now? Okay, in that case, I would like to close the chat box, beta. So let's get started with the class. So if you remember, in the last class, we were discussing about the acidic character of phenols. In this class, we'll continue with the chemical properties of the phenols. So as I told you, that phenol basically exhibit two kinds of properties. That is reaction due to hydroxyl group and reactions due to a benzene ring. So under that, we have seen the reactions of phenols due to acidic character. So what was the first one, beta? First reactions, we have seen that. Reactions due to acidic character of phenol. That here we have a okay. So as already we have seen the acidic nature of the phenol in the last class. What is the criteria, beta? Acidic nature of phenols is basically directly proportional to the electron withdrawing groups at R1 para positions and inversely proportional to electron donating groups at R2 para position. We have seen how the relative acidic character of this phenols varies. So this acidic nature of the phenol can be detected by, okay. The first thing we can say, beta, phenols turns okay, blue litmus test. They give the litmus test. It reacts with agents such as calcium to form corresponding. Suppose if you get the sodium in presence of what do you call this? Is your phenol. This is your phenoxide. Okay, wait. Phenoxide and they'll form. This is you called sodium phenox. What do you call this? This is you called sodium phenoxide. All right. If you treat with potassium, this is you call potassium phenoxide. What do you call it? Potassium phenoxide we call it as. Right. So this phenol reacts with sodium hydroxide. It reacts with sodium hydroxide to form corresponding sodium phenoxide. What does it form? The liberation of water, it will form sodium phenoxide. Okay, but phenoxide cannot react with phenol cannot react with sodium hydrogen carbonate. Are you getting this? No reaction, because of phenols are weak, strong base, weak strong weak base. This is a difference. Okay, so all these reactions suggest that the phenol association with neutral phenol complex of corresponding phenol. This is Identification phenols. What happens with phenol with FeCl3 will form a compound which is an identification formation of source potassium alkyl aryl. What does it mean? Suppose if I take this is your sodium phenoxide, this with here elimination of NaH takes place. That will lead to the formation of, for example, if I take methyl iodide, what does of NaI takes place? It will form. Okay, this is all better. You call okay methyl phenyl methoxyl better. What you call like that. And next, if you are talking esterification, is also called as acylation and reaction called as. What does it mean, sir? Okay. Phenols on reaction with anhydride. Okay. In presence of corresponding as to this level, for example, okay. If you are treating this with acid, what is it? With the elimination, otherwise, it will be get it was in the form of elimination you call it. Perhaps here with the carboxylic acid will be formed. If you call acylation, for example, if I take your phenols, what do you call this? Get cell, but it will be instances of molar. It wouldn't be phenyl. Called phenyl. So this is what happens. Okay, ortho hydroxy what do you call this? 5-3 means yes, phenyl acetate on heating with in presence of hydrous ALC, you can just arrange again orthohydroxy and pyroxy para what we call it Fry's rearrangement. This is we call Fry's rearrangement. We call it. Now, next in the sequence, if we say benzylation reaction, we call it benzylation, we call it. What do you call it as? Benzylation. What is this benzylation? This is also called as a Schotten-Bowman reaction. But what do you call this as? Schotten-Bowman reaction. Phenol benzyloride or benzoyl. This is known as reaction. What does it mean? So here, if I take urination of this particular, this is your phenol, this is your benzoyl. What do you call this? In presence of what is this? What do you call this as? P form of clear compound. What is this? This is you call benzoyl. Is also written. How could you written this? This is you call. These are the reactions due to. These are the reactions due to what, beta? Okay, these are all the reactions due to the breakaway of OH bond. Now, if I say reactions of phenol, okay, involving a replacement of OH group beta. So this is the second type of reaction in which what happens, sir, is replacement of OH group will take place. First, if I try talk about reaction with PCl5 beta. So what happens, sir? Phenol on reaction with, in all these reactions, sir, this hydroxyl group will be replaced. Phenol on reaction with PCl5 forms benzene beta. What does it form? What happens in presence of pyridine beta? What does it will form? It will form Cl3 plus. Second, we can say reaction with ammonia. Reaction with NH573. This is something like this. NH2 so leading to the word, this is your aniline, this is your phenol, this is your okay. Reaction on react with zinc with will form what it is. Suppose if I reaction with okay 2s5 beta. So that and second important reactions, if I say beta, you can take it as second or third. What do you call it? Reactions of phenol due to benzene nucleus. Okay, you call it electro reaction. What is phenol? Beta, why? I'll open the chat box. Please let me know what is a difficult. I've opened the chat box. Beta, what is the problem? Why, beta? Why you are raised hand? Please let me know if there is anything disturbance. Okay, you want P2S5 name, beta? I'll tell you. Beta. Yeah, okay, beta. Okay, beta. Okay, definitely, beta. Definitely. See what I am telling beta here. In all these reactions, what is happening? Okay, this is phosphorus pentasulfide beta. What is this, sir? Phosphorus pentasulfide. Sulfide, you call it as. Okay. See what happens, beta. Here OH group will be replaced by. If you look at here, what is happening here? So this OH group is replaced by what, beta? And if you look at this, it is being replaced by SH beta. Here OH is being replaced by hydrogen beta. Here OH is being replaced, see, NH2 group beta. So in all these reactions, what is happening? Here OH group is being replaced by what, beta? Cl minus. If you look at here, this OH is being replaced by, what is this beta here? This is your OH. This has been replaced by Cl. So in all these reactions, what is happening? So because of them, if these are all the reactions due to the acidic nature beta. This is due to the replacement of proton beta. In all these reactions, if you look at here, H plus is being replaced beta. Okay, here H plus is being replaced by all these compounds. Okay, if you look at here beta, in this reaction, what is happening? Here H plus is being replaced by this H plus is being replaced by what beta? This particular group, which is you call acyl group beta. What you call this as? This is you call acyl group. So the beginning reactions, what are discussed in all these reactions, hydrogen of phenol is replaced by corresponding groups. In the second type of reactions, what I told you, your OH group is being replaced by corresponding groups. These are all the reactions due to the hydroxy group of the phenol beta. What are the reactions that we have discussed so far? Those are all the reactions of reactions due to the hydroxyl group of phenol. Next, we will discuss about the reactions of phenol due to the benzene nucleus. Okay. So here, this is your hydroxyl group. What happens here? This is your phenol. Okay. So what we say here is OH group of phenol is a ring activating group. What is this? Is ring activating and ortho para director. What is this? Ortho and para director. Ortho para director. First of all, let us try to understand what is maybe ring activating. Okay. So due to the presence of lone pair of electrons, there are two lone pair of electrons, this oxygen of phenoxide group, okay, which can be transferred. If I write the resonating structures of this phenol, what are the resonating structures of the phenol? See what happens due to the presence of two lone pair of electrons. See, there are two lone pair of electrons. This is one, this is another. These are in conjugation with what? Benzene ring. So this is you call plus M effect. What do you call it? Plus M effect you call it. It is a plus M group. So what happens? Here it will produce. These are the resonating structures. What it will form? It will form resonating structures something like this. So here you get a negative charge, here of 5 bond and here of 5 bond. In the next two, what happens? This 5 bond will shift here. If this 5 bond goes here, okay. If this 5 bond will be shifted here, then what happens? This this negative charge will be converted into 5 bond, and what happens? It will be converted into. Here you get a negative charge at ortho and para position. That is the meaning of it is ortho para direct. What is the meaning of this? So here what happens? This will again lead to something like this. When switching on benzene ring, and you call it as ring activation. What mean by ring? So this hydroxyl group increases the electron density on. So any group which increases electron density in benzene ring is said to be what? Ring activating group. And at what particular position this electron density is being increased? Negative charge is nothing but what? Negative charge is nothing but density of electrons. So this negative charge is coming at and what positions? It is coming at ortho and position. Your negative charge is present at ortho position. Your negative charge is present at para position. And here also it is present at ortho position. Hence we call it as ortho para director. What is mean by ring activating? Ring activating means so groups that increase electron density on benzene ring and increase a rate of electrophilic substitution are known as what? Ring activating groups. Ring activating groups you call. So para director means what? Para ortho director means okay, it is a ortho para director. Why it is ortho para director? See, since electron density is more at okay, so it directs to occupy these two lines. Hydroxyl is ortho activate. What is mean by ring activating? In presence of hydroxyl group, electron density on the benzene ring increases. How we know that electron density is increasing? Because the benzene ring is getting negative charge. Negative charge is nothing but excess of electrons. In presence of any group, if the benzene ring gets a positive charge, we call them as ring deactivating groups. The groups which decreases the electron density on the benzene ring are said to be deactivating groups, and the rate of electrophilic substitution of these presence of group will be less than the corresponding benzene beta. So the groups which increase the electron density on the benzene ring are said to be what? Ring activating groups. At which particular position this electron density is being increased? It is being increased at ortho and para positions. Because of that reason, so this electrophile will preferentially attack. See, electrophile means what? Electron deficient species. So an electron deficient species will generally look for electron rich center. So where are this electron density is more? Electron density is more at ortho or para position. Where are the negative charges that indicate the electron density? So generally this electrophiles will seek for electron rich species in presence of hydroxy group. These particular reactions will undergo ortho para substitution. So this is the first thing. So if I talk about the certain electrophilic, is that clear? Am I clear so far? What is mean by ring activating and what is mean by ortho para directors? Why it is ortho para director? What is mean by electron activating group, ring activating group? if on benzene, if any group is there beta, in presence of that group, if benzene attains a negative charge, that electron density increases, then you call it as electron ring activating group. So if any group is there that withdraws the electrons from the benzene ring and gives a positive charge to the benzene ring, are said to be what beta? Electron withdrawing and ring deactivating groups, and they are said to be meta directors. This is the meaning of ortho, para, and meta directors: ring activating and ring deactivating. So first, let me tell you about the first type of reaction, which we call, what is the first type of reaction beta? Nitration. We call nitration of phenols. So nitration of phenols beta, what we say, phenols phenols on reaction by phenols on reaction with dilute HNO3. Dilute HNO3 forms a corresponding, okay, ortho and para nitro phenols, but yield of the product is less better. See, for example, and phenol on reaction with concentrated HNO3, okay, in presence of H2SO4 forms okay, picric acid beta. Picric acid. Okay. So see, whenever you treat phenol beta, you know, you suppose if it's the presence of 20% of if you look at the mechanism, what happens in the mechanism? Here, first is which will dissociate directly. What happens here? The mechanism. If you look at the mechanism, see beta, this is your, okay. This is beta, this is acid, and this is acid. So what happens here? Elimination of what takes place beta? Water takes place. Due to the elimination of water, so what does it will form? HSO4 minus plus NO2 plus it will form beta. This is your nitronium ion. What is this? Nitronium ion. This is the electrophile. This is your profile. So okay, this file will attack either at ortho position or at para position. Ortho position, something like this. Why it will attack? In particular, what happens? With the remote, what happens? The same thing can. This is the meaning of electrophilic substitution. Here this H plus beta. Here the H plus. Here this H is being removed by what beta? Here this H is being removed by this NO2 group beta. So what is happening here? H plus is replaced by what beta? NO2 plus beta. So since an electron deficient is being replaced by another electron deficient, what do you call this reaction beta? You call these reactions as a electrophilic substitution reaction beta. Aromatic, what do you call beta? Aromatic. Here beta, what is meant by aromatic electrophilic substitution? This is you call aromatic electrophilic substitution reactions you call. So or otherwise what happens? The same thing can be, it may something like same what beta? Hydrogen of para NO may attack either at this carbon also. So what happens? It will form a particular compound, something like this, NO2. A positive charge. If this thing happens, is this clear, beta? But these are the reactions due to the benzene ring. Is there any change associated with the hydroxyl group? Beta? No. So what is happening here? H plus of either ortho position or para position will be replaced by corresponding electrophile. What is electrophile here? This is electrophile. So here H plus is being replaced by NO2 plus. This is what happens in nitration. Is this clear, beta? What is mean by nitration? Nitration of phenol we call. Whenever benzene is phenol is being treated with either dilute or concentrated HNO3. Okay, with the diluted HNO3, what happens? But it will form either it will form the mixture of orthonitrophenol as well as paranitrophenol. Is this clear, beta? So this step 1 involves formation of electrophile, beta. What is the step 1? Formation of electrophile. Formation of a electrophile. What is electrophile here? NO2 plus is the electrophile. What is the step 2, beta? Step 2. Okay, attacking of electrophile on benzene ring. On what, beta? On benzene ring. Okay, so this is what, beta. Now, the important note is that nitration by concentrated HNO3 forms 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, which is you call it picric acid. You call what you call this as picric acid. We call, why we call it as picric acid, though it is alcohol phenol. Why we call it as a concentrated HNO3, beta? What is this in presence of H2SO4? Concentrated H2SO4. What is position? Second position. Why we call it 3 is equal to because that is of solid acid. So the important note is that and the nitration is done after. Nitration is done by the following manner. Following method. Since the direct nitration will not give all nitration product, but some of it will be nitrous. This is small. This is you get the para. This is your ortho, beta. This is your nit. This is orthonitrophenol. This is, are you getting this? One important thing about this, beta, I've already told you. Whenever you talk about this orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol, beta, this is your orthonitrophenol. This is your orthonitrophenol. So what happens here? This is a partially negative, beta. This is partially negative. Here, this is you call what this is called, beta. This is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Whereas if you look at this is your orthonitrophenol. Talking about paranitrophenol. This is which does it form, beta? So this is your partial positive, beta. This is your partial negative. This is partial negative. This is partial positive. This is partial negative. It will form. This will form between molecular hydrogen bonding. What is it? Okay, so this orthonitrophenol has a intramolecular hydrogen bonding, due to this its acidic nature is less than what, beta? Is less than para. First thing. Second, it is more volatile in nature. Volatile in nature means that means its boiling point is less, beta. It has less point. What does means? Its boiling point is its nature. Vaporized at low temperature are called as non-volatile. So because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, beta, this paranitrophenol does not keep much contact with the other molecules. So because of that reason, here molecules are isolated from another. So as you provide little amount of heat, it gets evaporated. Whereas here, what happens is there is a connectivity between the different molecules. Different molecules are being held by hydrogen bonding. If you want to vaporize, first you have to break this intermolecular hydrogen bond. So for that reason, what happens? Here what happens, beta? Its boiling point will be more. We call them as a non-volatile. I've already told you the reason for the acidic nature. This is your first reaction due to the benzene ring, beta, that is nitration. What are the important aspects of this nitrogen is that whenever phenol is treated with nitric acid in presence of sulfuric acid, okay, what happens, beta? Hydrogen of phenol either at ardo or para position will be replaced by NO2. So if you are treating with dilute HNO3, beta, what happens? It will undergo mononitration and forms corresponding ardonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. Your yield of the product will be very less. Suppose if you are directly treating with concentrated nitric acid, what happens? All the ardo positions and para position will be activated, and it will form a 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, which is also called as picric acid. So as I told you, the direct nitration does not give good amount of yield. So because of the HNO3 is an oxidizing agent that will oxidize the phenol to corresponding hydroxyquinone. So because of that reason, we will generally go for indirect nitration. What is indirect nitration? First, phenol will be treated with nitrous acid, which will form ardonitrosophenol as well as paranitrosophenol, which is on treating with a dilute HNO3 will form corresponding ardonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. Whenever this ardonitrophenol and paranitrophenol comes up, what is important aspect to be remembered is that this ardonitrophenol is volatile and paranitrophenol is non-volatile. Why this ardonitrophenol is volatile in the sense? Because of the spatial closeness of this hydroxyl group and nitro group, they are being held by intramolecular. Hydrogen bonding present within a molecule is called as intramolecular. So whenever there is an intramolecular hydrogen bonding, because of this reason, there are two effects. One, its acidic character is less than the paranitrophenol. Second, its boiling point is very less. Okay, when you compare with the paranitrophenol. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding is present in ardonitrophenol and intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present in paranitrophenol. Is this clear, beta? Am I clear to everyone in this aspect? Hope I am going a bit slower only. The second reaction we say, okay, halogenation or bromination. Let us discuss bromination. Bromination of phenol, beta. Okay. So what happens here? Phenol on reaction with bromine in presence of carbon tetrachloride or carbon disulfide forms orthobromophenol undergo. What does it undergo, beta? Undergo monobromination. To form orthobromophenol and parabromophenol. Basically, para will be major whenever there is a ortho and para are formed. Parabromophenol, beta. Okay. Whereas, so let me tell you this, sir. Whenever you use Br2 in presence of either carbon tetrachloride or what side will be replaced by bromine here. So this will form bromine or bromine. This is orthobrominol, and this is what? Bromophenol. Are you getting this? Bromine tribromination form recipe form. So this is either in what is so what does it form, sir? What does it form? Here all the hydrogens, this hydrogen, this hydrogen, this hydrogen. phenol, white precipitate. What is this? So like this, beta. This is non-polar solvent. What these two are non. Okay, will be less percent of distribution of. Okay, what is electrophile? Electrophile is what is bromonium ion? What is this? This is your bromonium ion is more in presence of water or acetic acid. Presence of this carbon tetrachloride or carbon disulfide, the extent of formation of Br plus to Br bromium ion will be less, beta, very less. So this is a responsible factor for why here it is undergoing monobromination, why it is undergoing polybromination. So in presence of polar solvent, extent of dissociation of bromine will be more because of all the susceptible positions are undergoing bromination. Whereas in presence of non-polar solvents, okay, the extent of dissociation of bromine is very less, beta. It is preferentially undergoing monosubstitution. Is this clear, beta? Is this clear? Guys, is this clear? Yeah, let me discuss about the next reaction, which will be called sulfonation. What is this, sir? This is you call sulfonation. Okay. Phenol on reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid undergo sulfonation to form orthohydroxy benzene sulfonic acid and para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. So what happens here? If you look at whenever you treat okay, phenol beta with a concentrated H2SO4, what happens here? At high temperature, this is at 25 degrees Celsius. It will form, whether it may be a high temperature or low temperature, beta, it will always form both the compounds, which you call, what do you call, beta? So this is you call, here it will form two compounds. This is at 100 degrees Celsius. This is a temperature controlled reaction, beta. What happens here? At low temperature, para will be major, beta. At high temperature, this is your ortho product, beta. The para product, major, beta. Major at low temperature. This is major. Which is major, beta? This is major. This is a temperature controlled reaction. Okay, temperature will decide this reaction. Here, this is your what product? This is your ortho benzene sulfonic acid, ortho hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid, benzene sulfonic acid. Beta, what about this? This is a para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. This is a temperature control of the reaction. You have to take 2 or 3. So the first here it self-proton forms with the loss of water molecule. So what happens here? HSO4 minus. Okay, what is HSO3 plus? The profile of reaction. This is profile. Now, if I talk about the next reaction, which we call Kolb's reaction, what we call it as? This is also very important reaction. Kolb's reaction, this is very important for the board examination also. All the reactions are important. See what is Kolb's reaction means. Okay. Sodium or potassium phenoxide, sodium or potassium phenoxide on reaction with carbon dioxide, okay, at 403 to 413 Kelvin. 403 to 413 and 427 atm of pressure, okay, in presence of this, followed by acid hydrolysis, orthohydroxy acid, or we call this as a salicylic acid. What do you call it? Salicylic acid. See what is it? So this is your phenol beta. Whenever we either sodium hydroxide, see what happens here, will react with sodium or potassium, you take it. The carbon will form, okay, so salicylate will know, salicylate it will form. This is on a reaction or hydrolysis by dilute HCl. What it will form? This will form salicylic acid. So nothing but what beta? This is also called orthohydroxy. So that is called as reaction. What if you look at the mechanism? The mechanism, what happens? What is this? This is your phenoxide. This is your oxide. Partially negative beta. This is partially negative. This is partially positive. What happens? Here it will attack on the, it will attack on this particular position beta. What happens here? Okay. Now what happens? Here we have an hydrogen. This hydrogen will be removed in the form of H plus. What happens? This bond goes. So this will lead to the formation. This H plus will attack on this particular compound. Okay, whatever the H plus has been removed. So this will form a particular compound, something like this. Okay, this is on dilute. What form? This is H plus ACl beta. This benzoic acid will be introduced at para position, that we will call, okay, that is a para hydroxy benzoic acid we call this. One more important aspect of this salicylic acid is that, okay, salicylic acid on acylation, okay, forms, okay, acetyl salicylic acid, which is we call aspirin. What you call this as? This is you call aspirin beta, which is used as a aspirin, which is used as what beta? Which is used as a, okay, analgesic. What is mean by pain relieving beta? Pain relieving drug as well as antipyretic. What is antipyretic? Antipyretic means, okay, drug that reduce. The equation is, if I take a salicylic acid, if I treat the acetic anhydride or acetic anhydride, what is this? Acetic anhydride, CH3 C double bond O, acetic anhydride. What gets treated here? Here, this particular pot gets eliminated, and you combine these two. You combine these two. What you will get here? You will get, and what is your acetyl? Used as a drug beta. It is used as analgesic as well as antipyretic. What is antipyretic? This is antipyretic beta. What is mean by antipyretic? What is mean by antipyretic? That reduces body temperature. So this is about some of the important reactions. There are many other reactions, which I would like to continue tomorrow. I would like to conclude the today's class here itself. If you have any doubts, please ask. I'll open the chat box. Otherwise, okay, leave the class. I made the chat box public. Please go and ask me your doubts. I'll send the PDF of the file in the group. But I made the chat box public. Please ask if you have anything regarding today's class. Fries rearrangement. Fries rearrangement. See, look at the Fries rearrangement. What happens here? I'll take one by one all the questions. Fries rearrangement. See what happens here. Let me give the mechanism. If you go through the mechanism, you'll understand this. In Fries rearrangement, what happens? This is your compound. So this is having two lone pair of electrons. So what happens here? This AlCl3 is having this is your AlCl3. Here, this particular compound is having this is a Lewis acid. What is this? This is your Lewis acid. So this lone pair of electrons are given. This bond will be broken. So what happens here? So it will form a particular compound, something like this. Okay, how means AlCl3 it will form it. So this will remove C double bond O CH3. This is your acyl ion. What is this? This is your acyl ion. Acyl carbonium ion or acyl ion we call it as. So this will replace either the hydrogen. Okay, what happens when you are let me tell you here. So in the next step, what happens? It may attack this O minus, this positively charged group may attack either at this carbon or it may attack, there are two possibilities, or it may also attack at this carbon. So what happens? That will lead to the formation of, so this is a sort of product you will get either this sort of product or this sort of product is obtained. Are you getting this? So this is your Fries rearrangement. What is this? Fries rearrangement. Are you getting it? Is that clear, beta? At higher temperature, ortho will be major. At lower temperature, para will be major. See, why we have inverted beta? Why we have inverted means in order to show the hydrogen bonding, I have inverted it. Hydrogen bonding formation will take place in between the hydroxy group and nitroso group beta. See, if they are opposite, if I take parallel, I can't show the hydrogen bonding properly. Because of that, I have inverted it beta. Is that clear? This is used for the dehydroxylation beta. See, whenever you treat this is used for the ammonification of phenol beta. Phenol on reaction with ammonia in presence of zinc chloride. Zinc chloride is act as a Lewis acid beta. Okay, so that helps as a catalyst beta. No, beta. Paracetamol is used as only antipyretic. It is not used as analgesic beta. Aspirin is used as both antipyretic as well as analgesic. Paracetamol is used only for the antipyretic purpose. Pradeep, is that clear, beta? Akshata, I think it is clear. I have explained the Fries rearrangement. I have also given the mechanism also here. Is that clear, beta? Akshata? Pradeep, Sneha. I'll send the video also, beta. Sneha. Ismail, it is acting as a catalyst, beta. So is that clear, beta? I'll send the PDF as well as I'll send the video. Anything apart from this, from the today's class, beta? Beta, it acts as a catalyst in the reaction of phenol with ammonia, beta. Ismail, see in this particular reaction, it acts as a catalyst, beta. It increases the rate of the reaction. Are you getting, beta? It acts as a catalyst in the reaction. Ismail, is that clear? See, nitration of phenols if you want, beta. See, whenever you are treating this nitric acid in presence of sulfuric acid, beta. Here, this is very important. Sneha, I'll send the video, beta. Okay. So what happens here? See here, this will get removed, beta, which will here it act as acid, beta. Here it act as base. So since it is losing a bond here, it will get a positive charge, beta. It will form nitronium ion. What do you call nitronium ion? This is your electrophile, beta. So this is electron deficient. It will be looking for electrons, beta. So here you have the electron density, beta. This bond will be given to this. This bond will be given to this, beta. Right. So whenever this bond is given to this, it will attack on this bond, beta. Okay. So this particular carbon gets a positive charge. Which particular carbon, beta? This particular carbon gets a positive charge. Which one? So here this particular carbon, beta. So here you get the positive charge. How this positive charge has been nullified? Here H plus has been removed, beta. This sigma bond is converted into 5 bond, and this H plus will be removed, beta. This will be abstracted by HSO4 minus, and what of loss of sulfuric acid will take place, beta. This HSO4 minus will abstract this, and what you will get a loss of H2SO4 will be obtained. That it will lead to the formation of ardonitrophenol. If the same thing will attack, at the para position, here also the same thing is happening, beta. So since it is electron deficient, this 5 bond is given to this, and this particular carbon attaches a positive charge. In the process of nullifying this positive charge, this sigma bond is converted into 5 bond between these two carbons, beta. So by that, this H plus is been removed, beta. How this H plus is been removed here? See, this HSO4 minus will abstract this one. So what will take place, beta? Loss of H2SO4 will be takes place. So this is a mechanism involved in the nitration. Is that clear, Anaga? The reagent is one which will react with the substrate, beta, and whereas the catalyst will only speed up. Reagent will undergo chemical change during the reaction, whereas the catalyst will not undergo any chemical change during the reaction. That is the difference between the reagent and catalyst, beta. During a chemical reaction, reagent will undergo chemical change, beta, at the end of the reaction. Okay, the composition of the reagent will be changed at the end of the reaction, whereas the catalyst, there will be no change in the composition of the catalyst. There will be no overall change in the composition of catalyst, beta. That is the difference between a reagent and catalyst, beta. Is that clear, Preeti? So shall I conclude, beta? I think I've taken all the dots. So I would like to conclude the today's class here. It's a difference between ardo and para nitrosophenols. Beta, ardo nitrosophenol. See, in ardo nitrosophenol, nitro group is present at ardo position, whereas in para nitrosophenol, see, nitroso group is present in para position, beta. That everything will be applied. See, here also you can say that para nitrosophenol will be volatile and ardo nitrosophenol will be less volatile or non-volatile. You can give the same criteria, beta. Acidic strength of ardo nitrosophenol less than the acidic strength of para nitrosophenol. The same differences can be given for this nitrosophenols and nitrophenols, beta. Is that clear, beta? Anaga? Is that clear, beta? चलो बेटा, that's all for today. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening बेटा.